Oh yeah, now we got it. For anybody watching this later, it's probably going to be kind of boring. Please join me live. That way we can have some interaction. Usually I go live in the evening. This night's a little early. Just need to bring myself up here. 8 watching already. Hi guys. Up here. David, you made it. Leonard, been a while. Where is... Hang on, guys. PA Dan got his tools. That's good. Even though I said with the wrong tracking number, sorry. Got a package here from Chainsaw. Oh, right, I was supposed to go back here. All right, here we go. Kevin Berry, 9:30 a.m. Okay, Leonard's working. Jacob Reed, how are you? All right. So I had basically a full day of work today. I figured I would... Oh, I'm not watching myself. There we go. Figured I'd open some stuff here. So, good news. Bad and good news. One, I'm out of stock on the tools already. Sort of. So, let's see who else is here. Octellin27, hello. And Justin, hello. Work is okay. It's kind of slow. It's slow going, you know. Until things get moving, it's just going to be slow. $394 parts. These carburetor bases are kind of hard to come by, so if you can pick them up, you know. You can still buy them for $395, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I got a Stihl 034 clutch, or 036 clutch, but they're the same thing. So I'm going to put that aside for the moment. I got a bunch of other stuff here. These are always nice to pick up. Husky 350 bearing and seals. OEMs. Those are good. These retail at 30 bucks a piece. These are brand new. I think the Chainsaw had them at 15, so that's pretty good. Throw those back here for now. I'm downstairs live. When I am in Germany. Hello, Germany. Oh, I got a coil here. This was not cheap. This is an oil cap for a John Serid 70E, supposedly. Put that aside. Side, don't need that. There's a return form in here. No, I'm not returning anything. Business cards always come in handy. I think these are flat These are not flat. Oh yeah, guys, be careful. If this is flat rate boxes, this is just a mailing box. It's not a flat rate box. So if you put something heavy in here, they're going to charge you for it. So I usually get rid of those. I try to use the flat rate boxes when I can. Boy, that's kind of a used looking head, huh? But it'll work. 372 head. Okay, gonna go throw that in the ultrasonic. That goes in the ultrasonic. All the paper goes upstairs. Be right back. Alright, let's finish packing some stuff for some guys, and then we'll get to the 034, I think. What's the weather like, guys? Anything interesting? I think we had rain today, possibly more rain tomorrow, a little bit today, possibly more tomorrow. Snow Wednesday? I don't know. And then cold Thursday. Supposed to be super cold Thursday. At least for November in Connecticut. They're talking a high of like 25. Hey Nikki, you made it. Handles. Alright, what did I have to pack up here? This is Ryan's stuff. I don't really need to, don't think I'll need to mail that, but I will need to bring that down to him. That's my box that goes to the machinist. This is Matt in the UK. Just making sure. Yeah, that's the kit that he wants. Okay. Now I just need to put a little bit of extra padding in here. And we should be good to go. Gordo Man, New Mexico. Hopefully it's nice and warm out there. So this kit is going to Matt in the UK. I forgot to put this in the thing. Great. Hey, Bill. Bill, I got your email. Totally understand. If it works, it works, and if it don't, it don't. You know? It's the way it is. Hey, Ken. Don't see one of my stickers in here, so I gotta get a sticker. This is going to Matt in the UK. Kind of hoping to get to that 0334 tonight. So, Bill, you're just waiting to find out whether the box is full or not, basically? Is that what's going on? Sorry, man, I have to read emails real fast. If the box is ready to go, then we can't do it, right? But if the box is still waiting, then we have a little bit of time? That's what you're saying? Close, we need to get it. David. Okay. Here, let's do... Right, I want my packing thing here ready to go. Okay, Matt in Scotland, you're packed up. Dan Price in the UK getting the kit here. Yeah, let me... Why did this go away? Are you Gordon Man 660 build live? I don't know. Do you want me to? And Calroy, no, I've not done the click and ship. I know that I have to, you know. Well, in reality, I don't really need to get more organized because I don't ship this many kits all at the same time, hardly ever, except for, you know, this kind of right now. It just doesn't happen that often. Can you make some follow me around in your workshop? I guess so. I've actually done it before. I've had other videos where I, you know, wander around the shop here a little bit, but it's a real mess. And I keep having, you know, I keep getting myself into trouble and having to dig myself out of it. Be cool to do an entire 660 in a session. Bye, Leonard. Yeah, you know, the 660 idea is kind of cool to do in a single session. The kit is, you know, a couple $100 shipped, but in reality, you're going to spend more like closer to $400 or $500 if you're adding all the good stuff in there that you might need. What happened to the Husky saw that broke? It's sitting right over there. And it's waiting on a cylinder head that I just got from Chainsaw. All right, 4, 5, 6, and a sticker, I think, for these. One way to do it. So let's see if Dan, I put a sticker in here. Out of OEM, you know, that's the thing, Gordon, man. That's the thing. It might not be a whole lot more money to do it out of OEM parts, depending on what you're starting with. It always really depends on the starting point. I'm going to do the 0334 tonight, and we'll walk you through it. And I got the saw for free, so it'll kind of give you an idea of what you're really looking at for money. So this is for Dan Price. You're ready to rock here, buddy. Alright, so the good news and the bad news of the day. The good news was that I now have... sorry, bad news first. I'm technically out of main kits, temporarily. It's only because I'm out of M14 rods. I have plenty of the others, but the M14, we broke a tap halfway through the batch. So we just got to do the rest of the batch, and I finally today got the taps. I need to figure out some way to get them down to my machinist. All right, Dan, you're back here. One more here. Is this... I think this is Ken's. Okay, so I don't need to work on that. That's Ken's. Okay, I think there's more to be packed up upstairs, but now that I've kind of got that out from underneath my hair, now we can fiddle around with the 034. My local post office is kind of nutty too. Yeah, I got the 60 grain for free, but I'd like to use OEM parts. Maybe just hustle plastic covers. You know, Gordon, man, the thing is, when I have done builds like that, I can tell you they always end up being more money than you expect. So, you know, you got to be real careful with how much money you spend sometimes. And, you know, if you got the money, then go for it. Why not? Put all brand new OEM stuff in there, whatever it needs. Yeah, Walt's great to watch too. He's got all kinds of different perspectives, and you know, I like to think that that I try to learn a lot from him, and hopefully one day, once in a while. But Walt was super fun to meet in person. He was a great guy in person. Just as literally like one of those people that's just as much fun to meet in person, you know, and kind of larger than life too, you know. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to. What do you tenon with the drill on a chainsaw? And yes, I did meet Walt a couple times. What do you tenon with the drill on a chainsaw? Bill, I'm not sure what that question means. Can you rephrase that? This right here, this is a external deburring tool for the rod. Hang on, my buddy Joe is having trouble. Joe owns the 034, so he's having trouble logging in. Hang on a second, guys. Because I want to see if I can send him an email here. Let's see if this works. Actually, guys, can you help me out? Can you check the link and make sure it's working, guys? William Prophet. Do you have one of the Bedford's tools to yank off the fuel line too? No. Power emery cloth, like for fences. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. The first video I ever seen was broken 455. They rebuilt it. And by the way, that was the second 455 that I rebuilt for that video. I had to buy another one just to do that dang video. No problem, Michael. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, bud, that was a joke. William, I try to stay off the topic of Bedford. If somebody gets me going, I'm going to be kind of upset. Just so everybody here knows, I think he's probably the only guy I've ever kicked off the channel. Very simply put, he stole Walt's format and my content. Or at least he tried doing videos like me, and he basically used Walt's format and kind of made it a little bit of his own, but yeah. I really get along with a lot of the guys in the chainsaw community, but I don't see why anybody would go after anything that he does. So that's my very humble opinion on that, and worked for you, not working for me. Didn't work for me. Stihl, yeah, you come try to dig one of my cherry trees up. You see what happens. Well, that's the link that YouTube gives me. That's the thing. Like, if I hit copy link, and I put it right here, that's the link that YouTube gives me with the dot before the BE and everything. Did I do a side-by-side between the 660 and 572? No, I have not. I've seen the 572. I don't think I ran it. I've been in the presence of it, but I don't think I actually ran it at one of the get-togethers. William Prophet, yeah, Bedford he calls himself the chainsaw kit guy, mainly because he seems to think that if he does enough stuff or becomes visible enough, that China is going to listen to him or offer him goodies or something. I don't know. I don't know what that guy's thinking. I really don't. So I'm not here to badmouth him. That's not the idea. I just want to stay away from the topic. I think I have a clutch with a center left-hand thread 11mm. Is that possible? Nikki, what saw? I've never seen an M11 on a saw. Just haven't seen it yet. M12 by 1.25 is Husky. M12 by 1.0 is Stihl. Measure the outside of the thread. Okay, so that link still doesn't work. Michael, I don't have a thought on the 500i because I haven't seen it, and I you know, the electronics in it are a little advanced for me from what you've seen. I literally take trash saws and rebuild them, so it might be a long time before I see a 500i, and to be honest, I'm really not that interested in it. It might work great for fallers, but not for me. And Gordo Man, yeah, no hammers, at least not to put crankcases together. Alpina P400, never was. Nikki, measure the threads. Measure the outside of the threads. Give me a measurement, and we can go from there, okay? Dude West, what's up? What's going on, buddy? Oh, I got all kinds of goodies here for this 034. We got all kinds of goodies. Okay, so I have come to this conclusion with the 034. I am not going to change out the seals. I know that goes against like everything I've ever said, but just touching them, the rubber is still supple, and based on how the piston looks on both sides, I mean, it is really very, very nice in there. I am not going to touch the seals. It turns over fine. There's no play. The internals are fine. I can split this, but there's really no point. Nikki, that's M12 by 1.0 probably. And Nikki, you want to see something funny? I'll show you something funny. These are all M14 by 1.0 thread right hand. Every single one of these companies sent me, even though I specifically specified left hand taps, they sent me right hand taps anyway. One company said, oh yeah, for sure, it's left hand, and sent it to me twice right hand. So I actually have more upstairs. Right hand taps. Can you believe that? So the some of these taps are not easy to get. We did a pressure test on this, and it pressure tested just fine. These seals are fine. So I'm really not worried about the seals. Here you go. Got your stuff in the mail today. You're very welcome. Glad you like it. Hope you like it. All that stuff. Clean it really good. Deburr it more than I did. Do a dry run before you do anything, okay? So one thing that's in here, this oil hose, which might have still been good, but I don't know. I am not confident. It's M12 by 1.0, not 1.25. Michael, normally I do. Normally I would do this, but I'm just not excited to swap this out. We got an oiler. Like for instance, on the 200Ts, I go in and crack them like almost drop of a hat. This one, I ain't so sure. So here's the oiler. Let's just give this kind of the once over. Okay, so that seems adjustable and fine. Does it pump oil? It's coming. There it goes. Yep. Sure looks like it pumps. Okay. So I do Farmer Tech builds. I do OEM builds. It kind of depends on what I'm doing. Most of my heads are highway. Most of the heads that I have in my running saws are highway. Going to degrease the oil for it here a little bit. How sure am I? I'm not that sure. Other than 11.75, 11.8 is about right for what the outer diameter. So, right. Nick, you gotta measure right here. The outer diameter of the threads. If you are 11.8 millimeters, some 11.9 millimeters, somewhere around there, that's M12. And then you just have to figure out what the thread pitch is. Thomas Young, how's it going? You missed it. I just packed up your... Is that you? Did I just pack up your stuff? No, wrong one. Wrong Thomas. Sorry. Wrong one. Anyway, I gotta find what I need here. Aha. New OEM oil line. So I spent $136. Yeah, at the dealer on these little like parts, whatever. Let's see. Should I 1184 this? Brand new rubber? No. Not going to worry about it. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Kevin, Kerm. You said last night if you get a build kit from Haslo, get a 660. Yeah, so I put some original parts on. I put some aftermarket. Depends on what I'm doing. And Jacob, thank you. Don't know who, you know, I've had a number of people email me, so I'm having a hard time keeping track. All right, the oiler can go down, but I need an oil line. John, how's it going? An oil line. I could have sworn I had one, but I don't know. Just so you guys know, I did buy the gasket and seals kit. It's right here. So I do have it, even though I'm probably not going to use it. I'll put that over here for now. It's probably easier to build pro steels than the smaller steels, yes. Check this out. I got this for later. So I went with an OEM part here. So that would be nice. gas line, Paul. Does anybody know how to do these oil lines? I could have sworn I ordered an oil line. I don't seem to see it. Pick up, hose, Paul, hose. So 3 hoses. Well, it seems like regular old line goes in there. John, I hope you get that thing going. I really think, guys, that this is the way to do in the oil line. Literally to put this in there, but maybe put a little bit of sealer in there too, and that's it. I am literally going to try this and see how it goes. Silly me, it's T27. What was I thinking? Looks like 4mm. This is a 034, yeah. I think this is going to go together fairly smooth, but, you know, you never know. Some Loctite. Oiler bolts, those are definitely something you do not want coming loose. And my luck, the oiler does not fit. The oiler hole here is in the wrong spot. Okay, take a vote. Do I grind away the crankcase to make room for this? Gordon, you take care. Enjoy your dinner. Wish I was kidding. See? It just doesn't line up with the hole there. So I either have to grind a hole in the crankcase, which wouldn't be that bad. Might not be that bad. You know, famous last words. What do you think, guys? What do you think I should do? Thanks, Gordon, man. Grind the crankcase. Or try to get a different oiler at this point. Would be a bit of grinding. Well, I mean, is there really any harm? Is this that valuable of a saw that grinding is going to be a problem? It's an 034. It's a West German 034. All I'd be doing would be modifying it so I could put the put an 036 oiler on here. Very simply, it probably didn't have the adjustable oiler on it. That was, well, there's a hole for it, so you got to think, what the heck? I don't know. Well, here beer goes. You know, here's one argument. This is probably a more common oiler. So if for whatever reason this oiler goes, you're probably going to have to grind it anyway. So I'm thinking grind it. Kind of hate doing, but. Yeah, I don't think it's going to interfere with anything. Yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. Measured the crank, 1.5 of the crankshaft. Well, it's not 11.5, Nikki. It might be, then it's not metric. It's not metric. Dude West, this is a commission build. I was trying to get Joe to come on here, but he has bad internet, so... Drilled it out. If this was a Concord level build, then sure, you know, you're gonna... You definitely try to get the right part, but here, it probably doesn't make a hoot of difference. I'm just going to drill this out, and then I'll grind it further wherever I need. That should do. mistake once. Okay, don't want to do that. Measure here. Definitely in the right spot. Just need to give it more depth, I think. It should be pretty good. Just want to make sure the seal's nice and clean here. Let's see. Oh, there's debris around the bearing from prior to me grinding, actually. Sorry, hang on. If that's Rick, good point. If that's different, what else is different? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm really not familiar with these. I can tell you when I built the Chinese 360 copy, I was not super pleased. That looks like it's good. Can I get a screwdriver in to adjust that? Well, sort of. I need to come up just a shade and it'll be fine. What, I would most definitely have preferred to have the right part, but this is not too bad of a modification. Nikki has a thought bat. I'm screwed. Poor guy. Before you grind, is oiler right a very other way? What? We saw had a cavity, yeah. Talking about cavity, got out of the dentist today, had to have one fixed. Well, not the end of the world. So imagine this, guys. I got this saw for free. My neighbor's buddy gave this to me and said, Matt, you know, do whatever you want with it. So we're starting with free. A good cylinder head, good bearings, good seals. That's what we're starting with. So I forget how much the oiler cost. Used oiler, my guess is somewhere around 20 bucks. G3 in the house. One with the left and one with the right. You need the one on the right. Awesome. Well, doesn't matter now because it works just fine right now. Assuming the tank doesn't get in the way. Hopefully not. Okay. What should I do next? Brake band? Actually, I should put the internal pieces in here and then we can do a brake band. There were internal pieces, so there was a washer. This looks like it could go either way. And a bushing. And I'm going to put some grease here on the oiler. Where did that go? This is a man. It's right there in front of you. Yeah, right here. A lot of grease. Got to make sure that doesn't get in the interfere with anything. Brake band, which is, I think that might actually be over in the ultrasonic. Get that. Actually, let's see. I'll bet that goes on there like that. Okay. We're getting there. Threads in the crank 5 or 450 thousandths. So Is that close enough to 1/2 inch? Ken, is that close enough to 1/2 inch? And by the way, John Clark, I'm going to use your tool here in a minute. Don't go away. Like I've said before, guys, this is not a cooking show, so I don't necessarily have everything prepared. Take care, Due West. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Okay, so the brake band. Just like that. I think. And let's put the spring on. We'll put the big spring on. Let's try John Clark's tool here and see how it goes. He said it needed to be drilled out a bit. Might be right. It's going to be a little touchy to drill. Broader thread gauge metric 1.25 sat perfect, but M12 is too big. Wow, I'll tell you what. Arthur, that's what I figured too, but maybe not. John Clark, that works a treat. Thank you. Brake spring tool. This is actually just a 3/16 nut driver that is ground down. It's ground down so there's no step here, and that just slides right on down. John, you still there? Tap that back into place. Now we should be able to put that on there. That looks right. And is that 19mm or smaller? Oh, that's good. Just gonna hit it with the impact. Just going against compression, so that should be fine. So far, what parts have we put into this? The worm. Is 550. Oh, I need a needle bearing. Hang on. Go there. Nice new clutch drum. Cool. Don't forget your spline here. Everybody needs to remember that we have a tendency to forget a couple of things. One, that damn needle bearing. Two, your rim. And then three, this silly E-clip always tends to go flying. So now I need these covers. And I think that side will be good. We're actually moving along here, guys. Very good. How many pin? 7. It's just a 7-pin rim. This is nothing, nothing hot, you know. Okay. A bit of Loctite here. This one looks like it goes on first, and that fits down on. 1, 2. Nikki, hijack all you like. I'm being boring as all heck right now. Sorry. Good there, right? Okay. Just putting the dog down. Well, that's not going anywhere. Okay. Is that 8mm? Now the dog is tight. Ah. 2 p.m. in New Zealand. What to do now? Probably put the tank on, right? Good idea. Let's get the tank. I just need to give it a quick wash. I'll be right back. Okay. That's a whole lot better than it was. But now we need to figure out what oil or gas line goes on here. If the correct top should screw into the broken... True. Yes, true. Okay, I put a new impulse line here. So that I'm going to tuck over here for the moment. That's got to go in there first. There. Okay. Then what we've got to do is get boot through. Do not want to rip the boot. So do be careful with it. It just comes through. This one just comes through. Nice and easy. Very good. That makes my life easy. Okay, this fuel line I don't trust, so we're going to get new. And we're going to find out which one it is. Theoretically, I have both of them. Can I pull it through this way? Man. Might have been all right, but still don't trust it. Okay, not that line. Those don't look the same either, do they? Not that you can't have the curly Q at the end. Let's measure it. Something, 8 point something. So this is a millimeter bigger. If it goes in, I guess we'll be all right. If it doesn't go in, then I don't know what we're gonna do. Very good. It depends. Are we talking ultrasonic or are we talking about anything else? Because I use a combination of mean green. I use mean green in the ultrasonic. I use a bunch of everything. I use purple power sometimes, but you do have to be careful with that. Feels like it actually went. So that did go. Now it just remains to be seen if this part is actually too long. The dishwasher, yeah. There's some guys that do dishwasher. I've heard of that. I admit I am tempted. You actually need a second dishwasher. Got to rig one outside in the barn. I feel like putting these screws in to hold the AV on. What am I missing? There should be another one. Great. Should be another one here. I won't worry about it for right now. Those on there, just get them out of the way. All right, there is a carburetor gasket here. Don't know why they did that, but this piece goes on here. Don't forget to hook up your impulse line. brand new impulse line. Don't forget this inner ring on the intake boot here. Okay. You're most definitely getting somewhere. There's the lines here. Those get routed appropriately, essentially. I think this just slides in. Yep. I forget which one specifically goes where, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, that's spring. So one goes to the spring. Next we have this multifunction piece, whatever this is, OEM part. It actually goes underneath this. So I need to remove that with a flat blade under here. Speed screw. This mechanism always wants to run away. And this black wire, sorry guys, bad angles tonight. The black wire goes into your multifunction piece, I think. There. And that's got to get pulled. Okay. There we go. And what's going on? Why is this? There is a throttle wire here. Pretty sure it goes in there. And then I should be able to put all that stuff, all this here together. Oh, this goes all the way up here. Hang on. Up on top. Yep, like I said, kind of wants to fly away on you. That goes in there. There we go. Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay. Good progress. Kind of bummed that I can't find that other AV screw. Of course, you gotta forget the new fuel filter too. True. Yeah, Steven, this actually wasn't too bad, this go around. But yeah, you're right. I can imagine that they're even, you know, even easier if you get a little practice. So new fuel line, new fuel filter. flywheel. Should we put the flywheel down? Probably, right? Let's do flywheel. The Woodruff key is already in there. Not really worried about, well, I guess I can Loctite this, but I'm not really worried about advancing this at all. Could, but I really don't feel like it. Johnny Vance, hello. The short answer to this, Steelman, the short answer is I don't know. I use 13 foot-pounds, but I think it's probably recommended closer to 20. I've not had any trouble with 13 foot-pounds. 20 really kind of worries me. That's pretty darn tight. By my calibrated arm, anyway. Gap looks good. Can't imagine it's changed at all. All right, I gotta find these pieces for the AV mounts here and the starter cover, and then we're gonna get to the carburetor here in a minute. Definitely need to do that. Brandon, will I be live tomorrow? I think so, but tomorrow's my late day in the office, so I don't know. Don't know how I'm gonna feel. Let me get the parts for here. Okay, one thing I need to confirm with you guys is the AV bolts. Okay, who's an expert on this? Film Macherman. Macherman? Sorry, messing that up. How's it going? Okay, I'm gonna assume that I'm correct here on the clutches stated 37. M8 grade 8 is 21. So yeah, about 20 foot-pounds. No way I'm doing that, but yeah, if that's the stated whatever, then that's the stated torque. Steven, I just need to know if I did the right AV mount bolt on the other side here. I officially hate those things. So Steven, this one has this funky thing that goes over here, but I only have 2 of these speed screws. Was I supposed to use a different speed screw here? This one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I use it here, but I'm not sure what to use there. And I don't have another speed screw like this. Let me get this one in and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay. So this one here, this bolt goes in here, goes into this funky thing, which goes into that. But what's the bolt that holds the AV down? All right, while you're answering me, or while you're thinking about it, I'll do the starter. Before I do that, I gotta replace the pawl. That will feel better. Should be a screw through the rubber into the case. Yes, I know, but what screw? Is it the same screw as... It looks like I have an extra black screw. This one. That's the same as the handle. That's the same as the top handle. Right, and I was supposed to lengthen this. Do we need to lengthen that? I think that'll be all right. Looks like I have to take this all apart anyway. Can be either a flat. It might be the flathead screw. I'm out of the ones with the steps. That's the problem. Why do I get the sneaky suspicion here that I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't about taking this thing apart? Just wasn't smooth earlier. Yeah, 24 foot-pounds. No way am I putting it that tight. I can't possibly imagine the need to be that tight. Just worries the heck out of me, guys. Sorry. I know that that's the spec. That's fine. Might as well get new line anyway. Flathead, same length, should be just fine. Okay, thanks. You get a little bit longer cord here. Number 4. New cord. But Arthur, at that, I've never had a sheared key. I don't know. I hear the spec. I do. I'm just not confident in it, you know. Hopefully that's going to be a little smoother. Yeah, I don't have a problem. You know, I know fully well what the spec is. You know, I know that it's higher than I've been using, but as long as you guys know what the spec is and you can use it. I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody else using it. It's just for me personally, it seems like a lot. Okay, starter. Here we go. Looks like that'll work all right. 1, 2, 3, and then the bell, I think, which goes here. Yep. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Stephen. I don't know how many saws I've built, but it might be getting close to 100 now. Nice. Yeah, I use blue Loctite on all my flywheel nuts. And the nice thing about these Stihl flywheels is you just use the Stihl flywheel puller, and it's no big deal. But to pull it off, Stephen, let's go back here to what you were saying about the flat. Let's see if the flat works. Flathead, it's just a flathead. Yeah, it seems to go in just fine. It's a black flathead screw. It's the same screw that holds the top handle in. Yeah, that goes down just fine. That seems to go in nicely. Chain catcher goes here. And this one, luckily, it's a little chewed up, but not bad. Plenty of chain catchers I've seen that are really buggered. Arthur, I hear you. I do. Arthur, I hear you. I really do. Not going to argue with you. Those are the two bolts for the muffler. Let's fix the muffler, because I've still got the rubber in there for the pressure test. Because I was going to do another pressure test if I replaced the seals, but since I'm not doing that, yeah, the piston is just perfect. So I am going to put some Loctite on the exhaust bolts. Dip my driver in grease here. That way I can hold them. Gasket, I'm going to use gravity to help me here. Line this up. That one's in. What are the odds? The gasket slipped. That's okay. Now I can line that up, no problem at all. I hope. Come I know you guys want to hear this pop just as badly as I do. That. 2 nuts are home. I'm not going to mod the muffler, nothing. If I was doing a hot rodded build, I'd get a 360 top end and do the hybrid thing, I guess. This muffler was pretty darn clean, so I'm just going to leave it. Two screws. 1. I'm out. Film, thank you for coming. You're welcome anytime, buddy. No heat shield. No, it didn't see a heat shield. Although that's not a bad idea. The way this saw is going to get run won't matter. But you're right. There's not a whole lot of rash here. So this was probably a homeowner saw. Something went wrong somewhere, and then it got put on a shelf. And then it had parts robbed from it because somebody was trying to fix it. And that didn't go well. Carburetor. I think we are finally to the carburetor. Let's get all this junk out of here. We can do a carburetor kit, hopefully here. Steven, I hope you can do this stuff faster than I can. Jeepers. It takes friggin' forever. Alright, this is a Tillotson. And I happen to have... when I went to the dealer, they didn't even have this carburetor listed. Three screws. Tillotson, Ireland. A plate under the muffler heatsink. I did not see one. Looks really clean inside here. Like beautiful clean. That's a little dirty. But that's just on top of the diaphragm there. Little gummy there. Overall, this looks very nice. So hopefully this kit works, you know. Now let's see what happens with the kit here. I had to find the kit online, and it was not super easy. Let's see, where did it go? Ah! Had it. Oh, it's inside here. Hang on. There. This is a Tillotson RK33HK. So I'm going to put all this stuff. I'm just going to do the straight kit to get this moving along. Usual, this is going to tend to go flying. So that's old. That's old. This looks right. This is new. One. Never had one like this before. This is new. Looks like it pops right in. Of course, I have no idea where to set this. That was on there like that. That was on there like that. Roger built the 360 kit, Meteor piston cylinder, Tillotson carb. Very pleased. Good. Arthur, how many kits do you ship? 22. I've shipped 22 packages so far. I don't know where to set this lever. Seems like I should set it flush with the base here, but that's kind of difficult to do. There. Try that. Well, hopefully this one runs good, you know? Roger, you got your kit. That's good. I think this is a new old stock kit that I got. I think I can change over to the Zamas, but we'll try this and see if it goes. And it looks like it didn't come with a screen, so I'm going to have to deal with the screen that's in here. I'd rather not. I'd rather replace the screen, to be honest, but... Funny, some screens I can shoot brake cleaners straight through them, but when you try to put fuel through them, they're still gummed. Really frustrating. Of course, now I'm wondering what the difference is between those two. Oh, that one's got the thing around, that one doesn't. I think hopefully I put the one that doesn't. Great. Where's the part? Here it is. Okay, there it is. There's your kit. Is there a number on the carb? Yes, I'll tell you in a second. This is an HK43A. HK43A. Does that help? This one I'm pretty sure is new old stock, but who knows? Carb gasket. Looks like this is not exactly directional, so that's good. I gotta fit in the dang throttle here. Got it. And the choke. Looks like I also got that. Fuel line. That's attached. Good. Looks like everything works there. I think we put these screws down now to hold the carburetor down, I think. Is that what we do? And then I got to get that other piece that goes on top of here. I thought the car, yes, beer goes normally, but, and yes, the number doesn't come up until it's in sight, I know. Normally there's no gasket, but apparently there was on this one. Didn't get a chance to throw this in the ultrasonic. Polish this up a little more later. Okay. Oh. My last new plug. Ah, don't tell me you can't put the plug. Ah, weak. Every other saw, Beer Ghost, every other saw that I've seen, there's no gasket there. But on this one, I guess there's a gasket. Goes on. We're missing this piece. I know where that is. Disappointing thing is I don't have any fuel in here, per usual. William, how's it going? $22 watching. Yeah, having a good old time here. Hanging out. Almost ready to hear it pop here. Steven, is there any other parts here that I'm missing? Is there a bar plate that's supposed to go here? Am I missing a bar plate? Rubber piece here. Don't know if that's of use or not. Gotta put a little bit of. Guess I'm out of brake cleaner. I'm not out of brake cleaner. It's not possible. Oh. There's your pop, guys. Unfortunately, it's not with fuel in it, so yes, there is a bar plate. Well, I don't have it. Shucks. I'm going to throw the rest of this stuff out.
Daddy?
Yes?
Mommy is making a fire.
Oh, that sounds good. Alright, well, I won't worry about the bar plate right now. Hopefully, they have one for me. This is actually the old air filter. Let's see, does this fit on there? I'll bet the whole reason this saw was tossed aside was because the air filter was clogged. That wouldn't have been the first time. Brake cleaner, yeah. Seems to work fine. Let's throw on the bar and chain. I know I need a bar plate, but you have to throw the bar and chain on because, you know, we just have to complete this tonight. There you go. Fancy, right? Oh, goodies. Okay. I sharpened up a chain that has been rocked. Gotta clean all the drivers there. Lovely. Okay. I guess I won't put a chain on tonight. But I will put the bar cover on. I need a bar plate anyway. But other than that, I'd say the saw is done. What do you guys think? Just that media gasket go between carb and filter. That's not the way that it was, but if you say that that's the way that it is, then that probably makes a little more sense. So what do you guys think? I'll bet I have in parts $300, maybe more, including the bar. Stephen, thank you very much. I do appreciate your help. So what do you think? Probably 300, including the bar. Was it worth it to build? Yeah, 9:18 here, so it's time for me to hit the hay. I think I'll take that gasket out. Thank you so much for looking that up, man. I don't know why it was in the other configuration. Thanks, Arthur. Yeah, assuming it runs, it's worth the $3. Of course, but that's just the parts. I mean, I got the saw for free. Shucks. Oh, it's right here. I lost one of the carb screws. Garbage. There it is. That was close. So this goes on between... Shoot. Now wait a minute. Okay. Okay, carburetor back on. This goes here. It's got some funny cutouts that sure look like it goes there. That's fine. I'll just do it that way. Now I gotta put these back on. But the problem here is now the nuts are going to screw right into the gasket. I don't know. Just never seen that before. They want to twist the gasket. At least a little bit odd. Kiwi Lad, having fun. Well, we'll use fun loosely here, you know. Everything seems to be functioning right. Okay. They There you go. Yeah, I gotta go to sleep too, guys. And Thomas, you're welcome. Sorry about the shipping. Ugh. Pricey. All good. I think we're good here. Guys, I better hit the hay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll try to come on tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do that 372 top end. That should be a little bit more of a straightforward build. Anybody wants tools or needs to email me? Yeah, I think the saw is going to be good. Hopefully it works good and functions good and gives Joe a lot of life. So yeah. So David, go get that chain, and we'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and thanks everybody for the support on the tools. Take care, guys.